Hallelujah. Kol ha-neshama hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah. Yairai, 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 Kol ha-neshama hallelujah. Hallelujah. Kol ha-neshama hallelujah. 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 Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It is the first Friday of the month, and so we are revisiting our meditative service. And also, there is a lot going on in the world right now, and we all could use a moment to breathe. The opening nigun we started with is that every breath is a prayer to God, is a praise for God. And those of us who still have breath left with us should cherish that. We light our Sabbath candles and welcome in the Sabbath bride. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Bo'ikala, 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 bo'ikala. Bo'ikala, 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 bo'ikala. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, tene Shabbat nekala. Bo'ikala, 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 bo'ikala. Bo'ikala, 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 bo'ikala. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, tene Shabbat nekala. Bo'ikala, 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 bo'ikala. Bo'ikala, 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 bo'ikala. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, tene Shabbat Nekabela, Boikala, 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 Boikala. Boikala, 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 Boikala. Boikala, 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 Boikala. Boikala, 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 Boikala. Enter, O bride, enter, come in peace. Come, beloved, let us meet the bride of Shabbat. For this Baruch Hu meditation or chant, instead of rising and bowing with your knees, I invite you to sit in such a way that your feet are very grounded and your knees are bent. So if that means you have to sit way forward on your chair, or maybe even you have to like pull your feet into your chest or your knees into your chest and your feet are on the chair with you, again, up against your bum, so that you can really feel the bend in your knees. Feel what that does to your muscles. The word, we'll come back to this tomorrow, but the word Baruch Hu, bless, in the, I'm not good with parts of speech, but it's in the type of speech that's telling you what to do. Imperative, I think. Baruch Hu, you will bless. But it also, the same root, is what I'm getting at, is for knees. You will bend your knee. And for me, my knees often hurt. It has to do with being short and that my legs dangle in most chairs. And so they're constantly, like the muscles around my knee are constantly working more than for the average person, which is why I often will sit cross-legged even in a chair. So this is your time now. Somebody liked that. Yes, I'm short. So this is your time now to feel, get in touch with your body and those kinds of aches and pains in your legs. Get comfortable. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Listen up, you God wrestlers. I came across, I think it was Reconstructionist or maybe Renewal prayer book. That's how they translated Shema Yisrael. And I just thought that was the greatest thing ever. Because that's what it means. Yisrael is those that wrestle with God. And Shema is to hear. but not just to hear, to really listen, to open up our ears and our minds and our hearts. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malechuto Leolam Va'ed. And now I invite you to close your eyes, sink into your seat. Esa enai el hehari me'ayin yavo Ezri, 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 me'im Adonai, oseh shamayim va'aretz. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. From where does my help come? My help comes from Adonai, who made heaven and earth. Shekhinah, divine spirit of the world. We live in a broken world, and the light gets through the cracks. I come seeking this light, and I come seeking lightness. I have opened my heart to the suffering of others, and I am heavy with their voices. Help me release this darkness and pain. Help me discover a shelter of peace within, so I may open a shelter of my heart again to those who are in need. Imagine you are at the top of a stairwell or a set of steps. And as you take one step down, pause at the first step. Think of a story or a memory of a time when you were ill or in grief or some other sort of crisis, and someone came through and helped you. Hold that memory. Breathe it in. Breathe out gratitude for that person. Let that into the atmosphere. You take another step down, and as you pause on your second step, hold in your mind a story or memory of a time when someone close to you, a good friend, a family member, a real interpersonal relationship, where they were ill or grieving or in some other sort of crisis that didn't affect you, and you were able to help them. Breathe in that memory. And breathe out that love of friendship. Let that be in the air. You take another step down, and on this third step, you hold in your thoughts a story or memory of a time when you were a part of a community going through hardship. And the community came together to support one another and problem solve for themselves as a community. Breathe in that memory, hold it, and exhale out that kahila kadosha. Let that holiness be in the air. Take another step down. We're halfway down the staircase now. On the fourth step, you hold in your thoughts a story or memory of a time you were part of a community or a friendship that did not survive its crisis. The community couldn't figure out how to problem solve and it dissolved. You or your friend were not supportive of each other and the friendship dissolved. We breathe in that memory as well. And unfortunately, let that sadness and regret be in the air. You take another step down. Now we're on the fifth step. And you hold in your thoughts a memory or story of a time where you weren't sure how to support a friend in crisis, where you did your best, but you're not really sure they got through it. You didn't know what the right thing to do to help them would be. And the incident stays kind of unresolved. Breathe in and breathe out. And let your determination to learn from that sit in the air. Take another step down, and on the sixth step, you think of a time when you watched another community that you weren't a part of deal with struggle, with grief. Or friends, maybe you have two mutual friends and they're fighting with each other. Something that's sort of separate from you that you had the opportunity to just watch. How did you respond? What did you learn? Breathe in And exhale out that gift of observation. That's it in the air. And you take your last step down, and now you're on the landing at the bottom of the stairwell. You're almost ready to open the door and go out to what's beyond. Look around at the memories you've gathered, at the lessons you've learned from each of them. What do they call you to do now? Open the door. The sun is shining. And we call out, Shekhinah, I come seeking courage. The courage to combat despair. The courage to find sparks of light in each movement of suffering. And the courage to help others. And the courage to ask others for help when I can no longer see the sparks in the darkness. After being in that dark stairwell, the light is so bright it's almost blinding. Let it wash over you. Shekhinah, I come seeking the sacred balance of chesed, loving kindness, and gevura, strength. Sustain my empathy as I create the distance I need for my own healing. Help me hold on to light as I release the suffering that has taken root in my heart and in our society. Teach me about tiferet, harmony. Teach me that letting go, like holding on, is an act of love. Both and. You are ready to face this sunny day. Your eyes are adjusting. Blessed are you, Shekhinah, healer of healers, who makes us whole and holy by embracing us. Now you go on your way. You may open your eyes and see the real light around you, not just the sunshine of your mind. In the book of life and blessing, wholeness and healing, may each of us be inscribed for a good life, a life of shalom, wholeness, and peace. And with that, we will also say our prayers for healing. As I read the names on my list, feel free to share names in the chat. Mary Kennedy, Rosalind Cantu, Sharon Buell, Mike Haug, Lori Perry, Nick Joliat, Bernard Strassner, Fran Warona, Ariel Batsluva, Gail O'Neill, Rhoda Wessler, Marion Finkel, Skip, Kathy, and Jeffrey Brace, Rhonda Butler, Ricky Grant, Shoshana Bat Abraham, Minna Dornfeld, John Manners, Michael Kumakawa, Neil Savage, Joey Jones, Juliette Arrighi, Sharon Kalb, Leslie White, and Shirley Kronig. Oh, I missed a whole bunch of chats. Okay, let's see. Are there any names in here? No. Okay. We hold in our thoughts all of those who are in need of healing of mind, body, or spirit. El Narfanala, El Narfanalo, El Narfanalanu, El Narfanala, El Narfanalo, El Narfanalanu. El Narfanala, El Narfanalo, El Narfanalanu, El Narfanala, El Narfanalo, El Narfanalanu, El Narfanala, El Narefanalo, El Narefanalanu, El Narefanala, El Narefanala, El Narefanalanu. You just got a flash of lightning. We turn toward our concluding chants. Remember that the word Alinu means it is upon us. This chant cuts out that first word, but the words that we do say, the Hashevota Elevadecha Kiarnaihu HaElohim, that it will be known, it will sit in our hearts that God, that Hashem is God. And that knowledge carries us through difficult moments. That when we continue to work through healing for ourselves and others in the world, we are helping doing God's work on earth. V'hashevota el levavecha ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim 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 v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yehyeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. We turn our thoughts now to those who are with us in spirit, but no longer in body. This week marks the yahrzeit for Isabel Manning, Gail Labanow Flaherty, Molly Chasm, Claire Chu, Marie Simon, Eric Markowitz, Rebecca Friedman, and Neil Porter. And we are still within the year of mourning for Sophie Levy, Donna Thatcher, Deborah Freelander, Abraham Finkel, Harold Herman, Nancy Holowitz, Roland Laramie, Mindy Ferenz, Moishe Deutsch, Douglas Miguel Rodriguez, Bob Katz, Roger Haug, Paula Cooper, Ernie Weissman, Doris Oleski, Sandra Lenag, David Avery, Art Rich, Jason Brown, Louis Petrozello, Gary Lyons, Dorothy Wolf, and John DiNicola. If anyone else has a name they'd like to share, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Howard Berman and Jack Carton. Mourners and those who wish to join them may rise for the Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach yeruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon u'b'yomechon u'b'chaye d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agala u'b'zman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudashah b'richud. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru, imru, Amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru, Amen. Now it is time for you to grab your wine or juice or challah or cookies, your oneg goodies, your kiddush, your motzi. While I do some quick announcements. Tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. we will be streaming services, Shabbat morning services. Tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. we are back to a public Havdalah, although last week's teen Havdalah and game night was so popular that we will be doing it the third Saturday of every month. So going forward, you will miss one Havdalah a month, but tomorrow we'll be streaming. Sunday, there is no more religious school. We're done for the year, but there is still adult ed. We will be wrapping up our discussion on Reform Responsa and then segueing into discussion of more general Reform living. If you haven't joined us yet, this segue is it's a pretty smooth connection, but it is a different topic enough that if you want to join us starting next week, it's an excellent time to jump in. If you enjoyed our Shavuot People of the Book event last week, I highly recommend you jump on the book club train. We meet the last Wednesday of every month at 10:30 a.m. This month we are reading The Plot Against America by Philip Roth. And we are also starting a summer series starting June 30th with Sander Gilman presenting on aesthetic surgery, the Jews, and the invention of beauty, followed by Stuart Gilman on presidential ethics and the ethics of the presidency on July 14th. So far, those are our only two presentations scheduled for our summer series, but please, if you have something to present, you have an expertise, it doesn't matter if it's academic or Jewish, or you can model for us, teach us on Zoom how to woodwork, I don't know, whatever, let me know, and we would love to fill out our summer schedule some more. So check your e-kibbutz, look on Facebook, etc. for the details on those as they emerge. Just reach out to me if you've got an expertise to learn. I just got a message asking if tomorrow's service is at 10 or 10:30. It is at 10. I might have put on social media that it was at 10:30. I'll fix that. It is at 10. That is our usual time. Okay, I think that's all the things coming up. If someone can think of something I forgot, put it in the chat. Keep your eye out, again, on Facebook, in your email, and you'll see updates as we go. Okay, here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. L'chaim. Opened a new bottle tonight. Good one. My cutting board is too heavy to just pull over. I got it. All right. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. I dropped a sesame seed from the everything challah into my wine. Now it's everything flavored wine. To close out, we will do a few more rounds of the Kol HaNeshama chant. Let every breath be a praise to God. Kol HaNeshama Tehallel. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I will see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for Shabbat morning services.